This is Tammi Bradford. I am here with the ripped, lean, and shredded Nick Volpe, GenXlabs athlete. And of course, we're at the GenXlabs booth at the 50th anniversary of the Olympia. What a cool experience to have you be able to work here at GenX, because this is your first Olympia, right?
My first Olympia. I was pretty overwhelmed when I had come in the door. And when I walked to the way back, I had gotten all my cardio for today.
And then you had to get more in to make your way through the throngs of people. It is insane.
Exactly. And then I had to go grab something to eat. I was starving. So I went to the Indian place over here and I got some lamb and rice.
So when you are at a show and you're working, because he's been kicking it behind this GenXlabs booth, you're still having to stay on your nutrition plan, get your workouts in, and all of that on the road, right?
Exactly. I always try to stay on my regimen on the road. It's kind of rigorous, especially when I travel, and I travel to New York pretty often. So my time zones and everything are a little off. So I try to get some rest first and try to get some good food and good nutrition in, and then I go with a clear mind and clear head and go hit the gym and try to kill it.
Do you find that your training regimen is looking a little different when you're on the road, or are you able to keep things pretty consistent?
I'm able to keep things pretty consistent. Sometimes the mind-muscle connection isn't there, and I always train with a mind-muscle connection. So I train not as heavy as some people would think. I train with more contraction and really feeling the weight. So if I'm not feeling the weight, then I just put the weight down and I say that's the end of the workout.
So it's really more intentional. It's not about just throwing the weight around, but you're really concentrating on getting that burn, feeling the contraction, making sure that you're really working things.
Like for instance, if I'm training chest, I want to make sure I pump as much blood in that chest as possible. And then I go feed it with good nutrition and I go rest, recover, and then the muscle grows. I'm gonna take a whole year off now, and I'm gonna try to pack on more mass. I didn't announce it until now. Some of my fellow competitors who said they would beat me online, now you know I'm not doing the nationals. I'm going to be doing the USAs again next July, and hopefully I'll come out with a pro card this time. So
it really does take that time and really focus to make the changes that you want to make when you're competing at a national level, or at any level for that matter, because your body really needs that time to grow and progress and to change.
Absolutely. If you're competing from show to show, you don't get time to work on those areas and points you need to work on. For instance, I had about 3 or 4 pros come up to me and tell me I could be pro if I just bring up my mid and low back, and those are my weak points, as opposed to my upper back, which is really strong. So it made my mid and low back look weaker, and I didn't actually see it until I went into the stills and I went in close and I seen all the other competitors and I said, okay, there we go.
I think that's a really good point, because I mean, to look at you on the street, you're gonna go, dang, he is huge, he looks amazing, which you do, by the way. But when you look at comparisons on stage, that's really where you can pinpoint where strengths are or where you have areas that you need to work on.
Right. Absolutely. I think you're very correct on that. I think it's all about going back to the drawing board and saying, okay, this is specifically what I need to work on, and I know I need to work on these areas. So once I work on these areas, the judges will see that, and they will know that I have improved, and they will give me the placing that I deserve.
Absolutely. Well, in addition to competing, you are also training as well. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on there.
I'm doing some online training now on Instagram. You can follow me on Big Nick Volpe, BIGNICKVOLPE. And just send me an email. My email address and everything is on there. Send me an email and let me know if you want any diets. I do a lot of specific diet stuff online, more so than just training. If you're in Las Vegas, I can train you, but if you're not in Las Vegas, I just do diets.
That's awesome. So check him out, Big Nick Volpe. You can find him there. Now, I saw you back behind the GenXlabs booth today. You guys were crazy busy all day. What is it that people were asking about at the booth? What's the products that they're interested in?
It was pretty hectic, but they were asking a lot about the energy, and they're asking about the endurance, and they wanted to know the difference. And the energy is the one that has the caffeine, and the endurance is the one that doesn't have the stimulant in it. And it just has basically a carbohydrate in it. So you're using the carbohydrate energy source for glycogen, you know.
They're good products, both the energy and endurance, and you can stack them, which is great. You can kind of customize that.
Yeah. But I found it really interesting how there were a lot of followers from Instagram and Facebook that had come up and go, oh, can I get a picture? Oh, wow. And it was really neat to see all these people like just come up and they like recognize me and they're like, I want a picture. Oh my gosh, I've been following you.
And you have no idea till you get here behind the GenXlabs booth. Well, GenXlabs is where it's at. We know that. Nick knows that. I know that. You need to find out for yourself. Check them out at GenXlabs.net. You can find yourself some endurance, some energy, some collagen fit, and everything else that you need for energy, endurance, gains, strength, power, you name it, they got it. Check them out, GenXlabs.net. This is Tammi Bradford with Nick Volpe signing out from the Olympia 2014.